My name is Tyler Fornes, and I am one of the co-hosts of the Good, the Bad, and the Hungy AEW podcast here on the Voice of Wrestling Podcasting Network. We take a broad scope approach to the world of All Elite Wrestling and the entire universe of Tony Khan. We talk about the big matches, the big stars, the promos, the storylines, and we also look at it from a big picture perspective. How are things going to change over the course of the next 10 years with AEW still in the picture? How are companies like WWE going to adapt and adjust to AEW? Are they going to be a similar way like they did with WCW in the late 1990s? Will there be a counterpunch? We talk about all of that and more on The Good, the Bad, and the Hungy every week on the Voice of Wrestling Network.
Do you like wrestling trivia? Then check out the 5-Star Match Game, the Pro Wrestling Quiz Show. I'm Joe Gagney, and every episode, I grill 3 contestants with 5 rounds of power-packed wrestling trivia. We have over 30 evergreen episodes in the archives covering WWE, AEW, Japan, Mexico, and much, 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 much more. Play along at home and check it out today.
This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
Here we go! Kiss me like a love song. So that mama call me. Whoa, whoa, kimi ga kata omoi. Koi ga hashiri dashita ra.
You're listening to the Emerald Flow Show on the Voices of Wrestling Podcast Network.
Welcome to episode 96 of the Emerald Flow Show. We're a podcast in the Voices of Wrestling Podcast Network. You can follow us on social media on X and Blue Sky at Emerald Flow Show. You can always leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, which would be greatly appreciated. And if you're feeling generous, you can donate to the show at voicesofwrestling.com/donate. I'm Gerard, back here with Paul, and Paul, I was like, okay, there's not that much to talk about this. Then late last night, something happened, and it's ridiculous and embarrassing and a lot of things. So it turns out the gimmick of the fool is a shoot, and Yuma and Aoyagi got into a car accident, and he's fine, and the other person in the car that he crashed into is fine, except for a leg injury, although we don't know how severe. But I take that as it's not life-threatening. But his driver's license had been expired for about a year. He had forgotten to renew it, I guess. So he has been suspended for 3 months and taking a 50% pay cut. Right as the Real World Tag League gets underway, and they only had one match, but Aoyagi and Anzai are out. Double Yumas are no more, and I doubt they're going to be restarted after he comes back, although you never know. So, Aoyagi, it's funny because he did a press conference where he's wearing glasses and he'd taken the dye out of his hair. This is very serious, right? You're not going to show up with your dye.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was him.
Yeah, and apologize and everything like that. Very foolish, of course, to not renew your license on time. I don't know what the shall we say, the litigious culture of Japan is over automobile accidents. So I don't know if he's getting sued or if it's going to be a big sum or anything like that. I don't know. But obviously, it's still embarrassing for the company, especially after other automotive accidents, shall we say, that they had been involved in this year?
Yeah, especially this year. Maybe don't do that. Yeah.
And I wonder how smashed up his Lexus got.
Yeah, I mean, well, did he really get like? I thought it was like his like the person he was driving with was the one that got injured on the leg.
Yeah, on the leg, but his Lexus.
Oh, his Lexus. Sorry, I misunderstood you.
Because he had photos that looked like Carvel Ito hooked him up with a Lexus.
Yeah. I mean,
A year or
that
two
looks to
ago.
be the case that like all Japan wrestlers get like special deals at Carball. But yeah, I mean, what a fitting end to like a terrible year for him in many ways, right?
Well, Paul, my first reaction is like, yeah, maybe I think it sucks that he screwed up the Real World Tag League, but him gone for a couple months would not be the worst thing ever. I'm gonna be.
Yeah. No, actually, he probably needs like he should probably like just I don't know. Like I think he needs some time away. I think he needs like a bit of an ego check as well. I've got the feeling too.
Well, this is the
Like, he
ego
needs
check.
a bit of a reality check. Yeah, for sure. Like that. Like this is what it is. Like I think he kind of needs that.
And look, here's the thing. I mean, we don't know for sure, and of course, I have seen all sorts of rumors swirling around that he has a sizable hand in the booking, but he's not going to for 3 months.
Yep.
Assuming so, who knows if that's true or whatever. He obviously has some given that him and Kento are like the two highest ranked wrestlers left after Suwama's gone, right? I mean, who else would they entrust with that sort of thing other than maybe Hideki? I don't know.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. I mean, like there aren't really that many like veterans left in the promotion, right? Like
No.
Like at this point, I'm trying to think. Well, like out of the contracted wrestlers, Kento is the one with the most like the longest term, right?
Yep.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, like everybody else is gone.
And Yuma's Aoyagi
second, yeah.
Terms. Yeah.
by a lot as well. Like I don't think it's even particularly close.
What Aoyagi did is like he hit like 10 years, I think, in 2024 or something.
Yeah. Like I think is Ashino like legit like third longest on the contracted wrestlers? Yeah.
Now in terms of a career, yeah.
Well, no, I mean in terms of like being under like all Japan contract continuously.
Oh no, Hokuto and Atsuki and Dan.
Oh, Hokuto. Yeah, true. I forgot.
Actually, Hokuto debuted a couple months before Dan and Atsuki. So
yeah, but like what I'm saying, like it's a young like promotion, right? So like that actually doesn't leave a whole lot of people to actually like give the book to. So I guess it just has to be Kento now. Unless they want to like get the Saitos involved, since I assume they have a bit more maturity since they're a bit older, but they're not experienced enough, I would say.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not experienced. Neither is Anzai, right?
Yeah, I mean Anzai is both too young and not experienced enough.
Yeah. Same with Honda. So yeah, I mean, we don't know what, but I just find it hard to believe that Aoyagi had no input on any.
No. I mean, it was very obvious. Like, it's all a comedy. Yeah.
So maybe things will work out. However, there's more than just screwing up the Real World Tag League. There was going to be a one-match Real Blood show on December 10th, where it was going to be Naoya Nomura versus X, which had been teased on the Real Blood X account. And it turns out that was clearly going to be Yuma Aoyagi because Naoya Nomura put out a tweet saying his opponent, without naming him, was suspended by his promotion.
I wonder who this could be. It could be anybody.
But also, and this is all machine translation, so be wary. But it sounds like that Nomura is done after the Real World Tag League, the way he phrased it, with All Japan.
Yeah,
which is also very bad. Stupid.
Yeah, no, like it's just all around. It screws up so many things. Like it's again, I think the Real World Tag League is still like the worst one, right? Because presumably those two were gonna like win it, or at the very least like go to the finals, or like be important. Like at the very, very least be important all the way until the end, and now that's just completely gone.
Well, also, they should be begging Nomura to stay. Because you've just lost the roster for 3 months.
Yeah.
And, I think
presumably they have some money as well.
Yes, because they're only paying him 50% of his. And I think it's also safe to say that Nomura and Honda are not winning the Real World Tag League now. Also.
You think so?
Although they could swerve us.
Yeah. Because I'm like, well, I mean, somebody has to win, right?
Yeah. Go and Nishino.
And we do like Havoc versus Havoc.
Yeah. Kento and Davey Boy would be. I'd hate that.
Yeah, it's also kind of that means that like, I mean, I don't know what the plans were, but I mean, that definitely means you're not going to do a title match at the Yoyogi show again. Like a tag title match.
So really,
I think that would be kind of a weird.
Nomura are a good choice, and you beg Nomura to stay.
Yeah, basically.
You know, Nomura sounded very upset about all this falling apart.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, what I would have done in like All Japan, it's like what I would have done in like by like All Japan, I would have like offered him somebody to like replace Yuma in the match, whether that be like Honda or I don't know if you want to give him like Kento, but you know, I would have like basically been like, look, sorry, we suspended like your opponent, but like you can have like this guy instead. And again, like why be upset with like All Japan when like
he's not upset
Yuma's fault.
Who knows who's we don't know who he's upset with. He just said that he was very disappointed about just it not happening.
Yeah, but again, I mean that's where like as All Japan I would have just been like, oh, well, you can here is a replacement.
Yes. Given that
we're giving you that guy for free. Like that's the other thing. I wouldn't have just been like, here's a guy, but like it's literally like you can just have him for free because we fucked up your plans.
Given that they had only had one match, Paul, do you think that this was they should have just stuck Inoue with Anzai? The guy?
Yes, but you know, like similar to like Ozawa going out of the N1, like Japanese promotions just don't do that once the tournament has started. Like if this had literally happened last week before the tournament started, then that's what I think they would have done. Like I think they would have just been like, here's Ryo Inoue, and like we have to shuffle the booking around still, but like we don't have to shuffle around as much as we would have had to do otherwise. So yeah.
It's
a bad
place
situation.
In the real world tag league before. Not a good. I don't know. It's just so they better work real hard to make the rest of the tournament good to make up for this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, like this is just a massive like. Again, this was supposed to be like the Yumas were supposed to be like one of the cornerstones of the whole thing, and now they're just not there anymore. So now all of it is just in flux, basically.
And the main event of December 31st, like especially not that I thought it was going to be this, but with Aoyagi out, is there anything they can really do other than they really can't do anything other than Kento versus Anzai unless they have some big outside?
Yeah, unless I don't know. I hope they don't see him at that level, but like I'm kind of afraid that they're gonna do Kento versus Davey Boy, but like I don't know. I don't think so. I think it has to be
turns on Kento or something.
Yeah, I think it has to be Anzai. Like they just now have to like come up with a way where like Anzai still somehow gets a match with Kento where he beats him, which I assume was like the plan that they were gonna do that during the Real World Tag League, where like Anzai
that also fits.
Beats Kento in the tag match and then gets the shot based off of that.
Oh, they could always. There's someone else they can always call now that they have some extra money to spend too.
Suwama?
No, you know who I'm gonna say.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna call Nakajima. I think that might literally be the last person that they're calling. I think they might literally call Shima. Actually, you know what? No, actually, maybe Maybe Shima is actually more unlikely than Nakajima, based on the way that whole relationship ended. Because at least Nakajima put Anzai over.
Yep. So there's that. In some better news, finally, the Osamu Suzuki album with a lot of wrestling themes have been released. So if you want Anzai's theme, you want Dan's theme, and the Jake Lee theme, those are all there. And there's actually quite a few other themes on there. There's like there's Chono's old when he was a babyface, Fantastic City. There's Holdout by which the Muto theme. Like it's actually a pretty good album. I was listening to it on YouTube Music.
Yeah. No, like I like obviously now that the Anzai theme is finally there, like whenever next year I'm gonna hit up Andrew to like redo the theme, like that's gonna definitely go in there. Because we almost put it in there last time, but like we just had like a fan recorded version from inside the arena and it sounded like shit.
Yes. We got some great Sakuya. We have Ryuki
Could put that in
theme.
there.
We have Asuki Aoyagi theme. Honda's Black Tiger theme. I'm not sure which Black Tiger because it doesn't say. We got the Muga theme. And then there's another Tatsumi Fujinami theme on there. Grand Sword live version. And we've got a Kazumi Kakuta theme, which seems really random.
Yes, no, there are some very random themes on that
Koji
album.
Doi, Tetsuya Endo, Seiya Sonata Probability, so that's older. And then Ryo Inoue's theme, and Fumi Hiro Kihara, the Tiger Kihara, the old ring announcers. He's also wrestled.
Makes some sense.
So yeah, check it out. It's a good album and everything like that with all those. Oh, and Go Shiozaki. Yeah, that's finally, thankfully, that is out.
Yeah, that took so long. Like it was so weird that it was released nowhere, so like nobody could really upload it. And like the second it like gets released, like somebody just immediately grabs it and uploads it, basically. Although in this case, I don't think it's even ripped. I think it's like an official upload. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's on YouTube Music. But I just find it funny that because Anzai debuted he would debut September 2022, so it's been 3 years.
For to put it in there. So
well,
I'm happy it's finally out. Yeah, dance theme too. Yeah. No, like we basically have like almost everybody now, I think, from all Japan.
Yeah, let me think. Yeah. Rising Hayato. I don't
Well, but he just uses Sex Pistols.
No, he's got another theme, not just the My Way.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so check that out. So we'll go to Big Japan first. They had a show yesterday on November 25th at Korakuen Hall in front of 407 fans, and their last show, Korakuen show before that, had about 500, and and then the show before that was 600. So So Daimonji is not setting the world on fire, even by
no. Which is bad. I had the feeling that he wasn't going to be that big of a draw. He's a great wrestler, but I didn't expect him to really be like drawing, to be honest. And looks like he's drawing even worse than I thought he would. So that's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, he's not a big name even on the indies really, and he's an outsider champion. So I feel like that just doesn't really all work in.
There's also the unfortunate thing of he is Korean and there is still, especially given. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he is. Let me double check that. But also given some of the imagery used by Big Japan in the past. Oh no, he is. He's from Hokkaido. Okay, he's from Hokkaido. I thought he was whatever. He's not. Okay, never mind.
Well, he could be.
He could be Zainichi, but that's the I thought he was Korean from Korea and not Zainichi.
Oh, okay.
But maybe he's also just Japanese. I don't know.
It's too bad. And we'll get into it in a minute. But I only watched 2 matches off of the show because there wasn't really much else. I'm not going to watch Daichi Hashimoto and Hideyoshi Kamitani versus Abdullah Kobayashi and Ryota Hama.
Yes.
And the only other good match and also Joji Otani was in the second match, but the only other good match on the undercard went 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Somehow they let Kaiji Tomato and Tatsuhiko Yoshino versus Kosuke Sato and Fuminori Abe only go 3 minutes, even though that could have been a good match. Oh well.
Yeah. No. It's Big Japan. It's that promotion. I literally picked going to Great over going to Big Japan.
Yeah. And so we started with the top 2 matches, which the semi-main event was for the number 1 contenders for the Big Japan World Strong title. Yasufumi Nakanoe defeated Kazumasa Yoshida in 16:07 with a diving elbow drop. This was a very solid match. I'd go maybe 3.5 to 3 3/4 stars. Nakanoe worked the leg. Yoshida had some good counters, good solid wrestling. Did not set the world on fire, but it was needed it was perfectly fine for what it was. Everything like that. So Nakanoe is now the number 1 contenders. And then we go to the main event for the strong title. So Daimonji defeated Yuya Aoki in 1842 with the Black Rain to make his first defense of the title. Paul, this was very good. I'd go in maybe the 4-star, 4 1/4 range. They kept up a really good pace, always doing something, very little downtime, and really strong closing stretch in terms of both of them hitting their finishers on each other. And with an incredible bump from Daimonji on the Kesagiri chop, the running Kesagiri chop from Yoshida with a flip bump, which looked awesome and everything like that. And then Aoki also kicked out of a Black Rain earlier, but then Daimonji finished him off with 2 Black Rains, one from the front, and then pulled them up and did it from the back, which is sort of like a running elbow to the back of the or to the head, kind of like the Hidden Blade, sort of, but not but more like pointed with the elbow. So that was really good, and it was a very good first defense, and really worth checking out if you like Big Japan or are willing to dive into it for a bit and see what the this Daimonji is all about if you haven't seen it before. Because like, look, he works Land's End, Big Japan, and Great. So not a lot of people have seen him, you know. And on the 21st, that's before you're going to be in Japan, right?
Yes, yeah, no, I'm landing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm landing at the end of the month. Yeah.
Okay. So he's defending Nakanoue is challenging on December 21st. And look, you know, the Big Japan's booking is chaotic and nonsensical, even more so than many other companies that we complain for that to happen. So I would not be shocked that Nakanoue, one of their guys who's been champion before, beats him, especially after this. And he gets one. And, you know, Daimonji got his one defense against one of their top guys. So there's no one really left to defend against.
Yeah.
He beat Hashimoto for the title.
Yeah.
Nomura is out and also a freelancer, but also recovering. And then Sekimoto's broke leg and is also a freelancer, but also still in Big Japan. So the only other credible challenger is Kamitani, but whatever. So, but I think that Nakanoue is.
But then, like, Nakanoue immediately runs into that problem as well, though.
Yeah, I mean, this is bleaker than all the challengers.
Yeah, I mean, very much so, very easily. Like this is bleaker than like All Japan during the bleakest periods, really.
Yeah. Look, I think Yoshida is a bit of a underrated guy because he debuted in 2021, so he's when like no one's been watching Big Japan. I think he's solid, like, but you can't really run So Daimonji versus Kazumasu Yoshida as the main event at Cork and either.
Yeah, I mean, if Aoyagi drew like 400 people, yeah.
But I don't really see any evidence that Nakanoue is going to do better, maybe because he's been around longer, but it just feels like, I don't know, I don't obviously follow the company closely enough to understand, but it just felt like Aoki had become a guy in that company, especially given the way he won his title over Okabayashi and how long he had held that title for in his first run, right? But it doesn't seem to be that Nakanoue would be a bigger draw than him among the Big Japan fans at this point, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the play, I mean, I get they just had him lose it, but I suppose the play would have been to just give it back to Aoki, right? Like Aoki or Kamitani. That feels like because it's not like Aoki was doing like gangbusters business, but it was better than this.
Yeah, that's the thing. Right, they were still doing the 500-600 range in Korakuen with him on top.
Yeah, which was good for them. Yeah,
I just feel like and Nakanoue is in his late 30s, if not already in his 40s. Just feels like
I think so. Yeah,
it's they should be working harder to get Yoshida ready. And okay, so he's 39. He's gonna be 40 next year. So not super old, but yeah, it just should be about Aoki and trying to make Yoshida and just
Actually, there's one more person that So could actually defend it against.
Who?
Ryuji Sai.
Yes. I would not shock me if that happens on a Land's End show.
Yeah, because I just looked up because I was like, okay, what is like the Triple Crown reign with like the weirdest with like the weakest like record of like challengers, and the one my mind immediately jumped to was the like first Kento title reign, because that's not really a murderous row of like challengers for that one. And guess who's one of the challengers, right?
Well, of course, Sai.
Yeah.
Well, no, he had Sekimoto, and he had Kengo Mishimo.
Yeah.
And who else was okay? So who were the weak ones on that one?
We had the Bodyguard.
Okay.
That was his first defense, was against the Bodyguard. Oh no, sorry, no, that was his last defense actually. Sorry.
And he had Akiyama on that too.
Yeah, he had Takao Mori twice. Like he had Suwama in there, like that was a good one, but like I don't know, like Ryuji Sai was not great, like Bodyguard is not a great one, like Takao Mori twice is not great, like that reeks of desperation, right? Like you've run out of challengers completely, that you have to run out Omori again. I mean, again, Akiyama, that's a good one. Like Kengo at that time was a good one, Sekimoto at that time as well, but like I don't know, like if I just look at it, like give me a Triple Crown reign like that was like of like similar length that has like a weaker lineup of like challengers than that. So I can't really think of one. Because it was over a year. Like,
Yeah.
oh wait, no, actually, you know what? I just thought actually it's the Suwama reign that also went similarly long. Had less people. They had Funaki, Taiokeya, Kenzo, Yuji Nagata, that's a good one, and Seiya Sanada. Like, especially Kenzo in there, in like Sumo Hall, is like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, they really thought he was going to be something when they brought him back.
Yeah.
Because
that 8,000 is also absolutely a lie. There's no way that's true. There's no way that is true.
Do you think it's even 5?
I would have to go and look at it. I don't remember what it looked like at the time, but like,
because if it did less than 5, that's quite the lie. Like that's
if you lie up more than 3,000 people. Yeah, but like absolutely 0% chance that for 8,000 people. Like, no way.
So that's Big Japan, and I'm gonna continue to ride this heavyweight, the strong division. Nonetheless, though, because I mean this was good, and I think Nakanoe versus Daimonji will be good too, right? So there are some things happening in the company, even if the deathmatch division is dire. Like
I know a lot of people are doing a lot of dooming about like Japanese wrestling in general, but like to me, the one thing that is just basically done. Like, because I mean, I don't agree with a lot of the dooming on like Japanese wrestling in general, like, but I think the one aspect of Japanese wrestling that is legitimately going to die is deathmatch wrestling.
Yeah.
There are no people coming up. If you look at it, all of the deathmatch people are over 30. There are 0 young deathmatch wrestlers.
Well, there was Yuki Ishikawa, but he retired.
He retired, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think he was still under 30 when he retired, but again, he's retired, so.
Yeah. Well, listen to this is the deathmatch on the show. So it was the fluorescent light tubes plus barbed wire board deathmatch. Yuko Miyamoto, Masaya Takahashi, and Kazumi Kikuta defeated Ryuji Ito, Kankuro Hoshino, and Takumi Sakurai in 10:06 with a light tube assisted grasshopper kick from Kikuta on Sakurai. So that is your state of your Big Japan deathmatch division right now, and that's not good.
Yeah, and like the youngest guy in that match is Sakurai at 36.
Yeah.
And I because I kind of looked for it, like who are like the people that are like regularly doing death matches, and I think Takayuki Ueki is like the youngest at 32, which that's
I don't really pay much attention.
And he's been doing it for like 10 years as well.
Yeah, I see things I always overlook Freedom, so I don't know what's going on.
Like again, they have the same problem. There's no real like young guys that are doing death matches there either.
Yeah.
Like it's very dire. Like it's legit. Like it's just going to die out because nobody's gonna be left. That is like, I mean, to be fair, I mean, some of these people hold out until their 50s, but then it becomes like, well, like who's gonna make room on their card for like a bunch of like 50-year-olds to have a death match that nobody wants to see anymore?
Well, the reason All Japan did it because it was Onita, but there's no Onitas.
Yeah, no, like sorry, Ryuji Ito is not Onita, like
exactly right.
Yeah, so like it's that is the one dooming I'm allowing myself because I think I have like very good evidence that it is doomed.
Yeah, well, see, this I know people talk about Big Japan like surviving and everything and all that, but I don't know what happens when you don't have a death match for that company, right?
I mean, I guess it just becomes just purely based on the strong division, I guess. I mean, look, we're already down to like one death match on a Korakuen show. Like that's already like a lot less than like they used to do like 3 death matches a show. Like going back like 8 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're doing 1. And the other thing is actually like Japan is going to outlaw like the kind of light tubes that they use.
Right.
So like what's even the point? Like if you don't have light tubes anymore and you don't have any young wrestlers doing death matches anymore, what do you even have left at that point, right? Like what's the fucking point at that? Like you've basically just like you have no future and you've lost like obviously they have other things, but like I would argue the light tubes are like the signature thing of like Japanese death matches. Mm-hmm. So like once they're gone, like I don't know, like that just feels like the end of it.
Well, I'm gonna enjoy the strong division. Anyway, so we go over to Pro Wrestling Noah. They had a show on, and I should say that Paul, I didn't watch other than the matches at Cork and Hall for the junior tournament. I didn't watch anything until this show. So
Yeah, I mean, there
just did the
wasn't
second round. Yeah,
there wasn't
I
that
didn't hear
much,
much about it.
really to miss. I mean, there was the whole like Masaoka turning on Amaxa on one of the shows. I think that's really like the only like memorable thing, to be quite honest, from the second round. Like there wasn't really like anything else. Like I'm trying to think if there's anything that really impressed me. It's like not really. Which like the whole Masaoka thing is also like, well, he was a heel last time, but like last time he was in Noah, right? Like back in the spring.
Yeah.
When they did the whole like run with ASVAC and everything, and they challenged for the titles, and they were like because I remember this very clearly because I complained on our episodes reviewing that match where I was like, I don't need like two separate like cheating heel factions in the same promotion. Like that's unnecessary. And then he goes away and he semi turns face, I guess, only to then immediately turn heel again when he comes. Like very weird. Like I don't know why he didn't. Well, I guess they wanted to have the turn on Amaxa in there, but like I don't know. It was just kind of a weird thing. But like at least now they've consolidated the heel thing like into just Team 2000X. So
well, that's good. I guess.
Yeah.
So this is at Sendai Sun Plaza, and they drew 832 fans. Ouch.
Yeah.
Not good.
No.
Although
I mean, again, Sendai is a town they always do bad in, but I don't know. I think at this point, I feel confident in saying that Kaito just isn't the level of draw that you need to be an ace. Great wrestler, but just, he just isn't at that level.
And you think that's over? Do you think it can be regained? I mean, he's still young.
No, but he never had, like, if there's nothing to regain, he never had that drawing ability, really. Right?
No.
So, I don't know, like, I just don't think that, like, I mean, again, for some people it takes a bit longer, right? Like, Go took a while for him to become a draw. Nakajima took for him a while to become a draw. And maybe Kaito can have that kind of, like, resurgence as well down the line. But for those two, that happened, like, in their mid to late 30s. Mm-hmm. That's 10 years away for Kaito. So, yeah. And I don't know where he goes from here. I honestly, I think he should turn heel. I think they should do a double turn with Ozawa and Kaito. And kind of feels like that's what they're teasing as well. But yeah, whatever they've been doing with this whole like all rebellion or whatever, like that, it's just not working. And he just needs to do something. What is even all different.
Rebellion now? Keno gone. Galeno
gone.
Gone.
Yeah. It's Kai Fujimura and Harutoki.
Alejandro. Yeah, and Alejandro.
Yeah. That's a bad faction.
They're okay, but the thing is, they're going to do this. If they do turn Kaito, it's going to be the stupidest way.
I don't know. Like, you like all you really need to do is like, I don't know, like Ozawa wins on January 1st, and then Kaito comes out, and then Team 2000X turns on Ozawa. That's all you really need to do. I mean, you don't even need to do it January 1st. Like, you just need to do it like at some, like, because I mean, let's not to get ahead of ourselves, but like, I mean, Ozawa's winning on January 1st, right? Like, there's no point in like keeping this on Inamura.
I guess
because he got a big scalp, right? Like he got a big scalp on like getting Kaito.
I know everyone is down on Inamura because of the gimmick, but I'm enjoying this match.
Oh no, the matches are great. It's just like, I don't know. Ozawa's clearly the hottest guy. The promotion has become like clearly a lot colder since he got injured.
And the company is still built around him, even though he's injured.
Yeah, exactly. Literally kept him around, and he was basically still on every show despite being injured.
Yeah.
Which to me just tells me they're just gonna put the belt back on him.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with Daga, Daiki Otoshima, Ninja Mac, Alejandro Namatsuka defeating 8X, Shuji Kondo, Yuto Kikuchi, Jun Masaoka, and Black Mutsu Ray. Won the random selection on each side. 742 with the Ninja Bomb on Mensa Ray, so just your standard junior opener where everyone does their spots. Solid enough. Semi-final for the Noah Junior Grand Prix. Kai Fujimura defeated Hayata at 8:38 with the Golazo. And Paul, this is a nice, solid, quick Hayata match and the biggest win of Fujimura's career. So I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, same. Like you kept the chart, like you put over Fujimura. Like Hayata was still clearly like the favorite and everything, and that's how they worked the match as well. But like I think, yeah, like Fujimura did like the underdog role really, really well. And again, the shorter Hayata matches are the better. And I think this again was like one of those evidences where like there was really no time for him to run out of steam because the match ended before that.
There was no time for him to have the match before that. Is a great way of putting it, I guess. So we go to the next match for the other semifinal. We have Hiromu Takahashi defeating Tadasuke in 10-11 with the Hiromu roll. Paul, what do you think? Because I have my thoughts of this match.
Could have been worse, I would say. Because the thing with Tadasuke matches now is that they're just filled with bullshit.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess Hiromu's used to it, wrestling in like New Japan and like regularly like wrestling like Yoshinobu. Like this felt very much like Hiromu and a Yoshinobu Kanemaru match and not in New Japan is what this felt like.
Paul, I have a hot take.
Okay.
Tadasuke should have won this.
Okay. What, you didn't like the final?
No, but I'll talk about the booking in a second.
Okay.
But when we get to it. So then next up, Kenta Ukosasaki, Tetsuya Endo defeated Manabu Soya, Saxon Huxley, and Kazuyuki Fujita in 5:34 with an inside cradle from Kenta on Huxley, which was just there, and it was only 5.5 minutes.
I don't even know if everybody tagged in, to be quite honest.
The Hiroki return match and 25th anniversary match for him. Naomichi Marufuji, Keno, Jack Morrison, Junta Miyawaki defeated Mohamed Yone, Atsushi Katoge, Hiroki, and Hajime Ohara in 10:25 with the Shiranui from Marufuji on Hiroki. Because when I think of Hiroki's career, I think of Jack Morrison.
Yes, of course.
That was a fine, solid little 6-man and or 8-man for, but nothing much to it. And then the GHC tag team titles, Masa Kitami and Takashi Sugera defeated Tank and Tank in 11:29 when Kitami pinned Tank after Sugera hit the Olympic Slam to win the titles back and become the 74th GHC champions. I don't know, Paul. I mean, it was a little better than their first match.
It was still bad though, and like the other thing is like Hank and Tank just aren't over. Like it's one thing, like the thing they did with Omos at the beginning of the year. That was all like weird booking and all of that. But at least Omos was over. Hank and Tank fucking aren't just like doing like tag team spots to like gain sympathy to like absolute silence. And like Masaki Tamiya and Takashi Sugura working like half speed because they worked down to like the level of their opponents. Just this was such a waste of everybody's time. I don't know why this was even a thing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why this was done. Like they literally like just had them for a cup of coffee. I guess they can now go back to like the US and say like, oh, we were like champions in Japan or whatever. But like, I don't know. Like I don't think the like WWE audience gives a shit about that. So yeah, no, waste of everybody's time. And I hope these guys don't come back because they are not. They are just bad.
Whatever. I don't get too worked up about it is all I can say. But there will be more NXT talent coming.
Yeah, no, I know, but like at least give me like somebody that has like, potential to become better, not like these
even Harlem Lewis, was it?
Yeah, Harlem Lewis, I think.
Was way better than them.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like I mean he was pretty mediocre as well, but like at least there was like some rawness there where he could be like, oh, maybe he could become better. But like these two are like fucking WWE like cookie cutter undercard like fodder for like the next 10 years, and one of them until they like one of them gets released.
And then for the Noah Junior Grand Prix final, Hiromu Takahashi defeated Kai Fujimura in 14:26 with the Time Bomb 2. This was a very good match. Second best match of the show, I thought. And exactly what it needed to be in terms of this match structure for Fujimura. He got his near falls and he got his big kickouts, but ultimately, Hiromu did have to put him away with the Time Bomb 2. So Fujimura was made to look strong in defeat, and Hiromu won. And then he got on the mic and sort of challenged Asuka for January 1st. But Paul, I don't know what the point of putting Hiromu over in this tournament.
Oh yeah, no
outsider. And so look, you have Tadasuke, cheat to win, even though I'm not the biggest fan of that. So you have Fujimura and Tadasuke defenses you could do before January 1st. I know that's not a lot of time, but whatever. And then you could have them, before you get to Amatsuka. But this just feels like Hiromu's now just buried almost all of the junior division.
Oh yeah, no, that was my problem with the booking as well. It's just like you haven't done like a junior singles tournament in like what 4 or 5 years. When was the last one? I don't remember.
Was there a junior tag tournament? But
it was junior tag tournament, but I meant like singles tournament, right? Like that has been like a couple of years until the last time they've done one of those. And like you bring, and it like this just felt like you just brought it back to give it to Hiromu, right? Like if they do it again next year, I'm not gonna judge them as harsh, but as of right now, like this just to me feels like they don't actually have a plan to make this a regular thing. They just did it this year to like give it to Hiromu, to like give him like another accolade for like some reason, which I don't think he really needs. And then he just like gets to pick his own challenger, which I also something I never really like either, because it just, I don't know, makes the challenger look weak. And I would have preferred if you had like, I don't know, like Kai Fujimura like win this. And then, I mean, you don't even need to do a Tadasuke defense. You can just do like a Maxa, like, you can just do Kai Fujimura, right? And then like on the undercard, like Tadasuke and like Amaxa have like a number one contenders match, and then you do it that way.
Yes, that also works. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. You could also have Hiromu just pin him later in a tag or something.
Yeah, that too. But it's just, like this was a weird way of doing it. And again, there's like, yet again, like Noah kind of just takes December off. Like if you look like there's nothing in December. Like fuck all.
Well, there's a bit in December, but not like title matches. We'll get that in a second. But then in the main event for the GHC Heavyweight Championship, Yoshiki Inamura defeated Kaito Kiyomiya in 16:36 with a discharge. 2 words. I love this. And it was so funny that it's only 16:36 and they've dialed back the length of these matches for Inamura, but it's working. And I thought this was great because Inamura came across as very dominant, but this was not like an overwhelming squash by any means, but it just felt like at the key moments that Inamura always had counters and like use his strength to beat off Kiyomiya whenever he was getting, that Kiyomiya was starting to get some momentum. That's not to say that Kiyomiya didn't get some near falls with some like Shining Lancers and whatnot, but I just thought I really liked the way this match was constructed. My biggest complaint is the Ozawa walkout and the distraction. Even though the match went on for like 5 more minutes after the distraction, it didn't really matter. I still think it was just goofy and is just like, I don't know.
It's WWE shit. That's what it is.
It's WWE shit for sure. But other than that, I did really enjoy it. And I know everyone is down on the character, but I don't care. I just really enjoying the Inamura matches, his title reign. What can I say?
Yeah. No, and I mean, to me, it's like, well, the character doesn't really distract from the matches, which I think is the most important thing, right? Like, matches are still great. Like,
it's Ozawa's character that is distracting for the match.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, he was also like, I will somewhat put it on Inamura because like he also did that in reverse in the Kenta, like when he came back.
Sure. Yes.
Right. So so it's definitely something that I don't know if he's the one that inspired them to do that again. But still, it doesn't take away from the matches though. So that's the main thing. I really, really hated the WWE shit. Like that's why I couldn't really go like 4 stars on this. But otherwise, I also thought this was a great match. He kept it short as well. Like he gave him a strong win, right? Like because Inamura was pretty dominant as well throughout the match. Yeah. So like it was a pretty strong dominant win. Like Kaito got a little bit of offense, but like it was mostly Inamura, and Inamura won like relatively quickly. So you gave him a big strong win, like a big strong defense that makes him look credible. And again, that makes me believe even more that like Ozawa's going to beat him like January 1st, because like he was put over so strongly here that like it felt like this win was like enough to like solidify him as like a main eventer essentially.
Yeah. But after this match, I'm definitely on they should do the double turn. I agree.
Yeah.
And just some other notes on the show. So obviously you're on January 1st, it's obviously going to be Ozawa versus Inamura, and it's going to be Hiromu versus Amaska. And also after Kenta challenged Sugiura for a singles match on December 23rd. That's basically the 25th anniversary match for Noah. And also Sugiura's 25th anniversary as well. because Segura debuted in December of 2000, I believe, at Aoyagi Coliseum.
Yep, I actually just watched that match.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's on the thing.
That's a Kobashi versus Akiyama show, right? And then Vader versus Misawa, I think. And the infamous Shinya Hashimoto versus Takao Omori.
Oh yeah. That is on there. Yeah, no, I actually haven't finished it. I actually just like started to like watch the
But yeah,
the
first big Noah show, right? Because they did the debut back to back in different Ariake. This was their first big arena show in the company history. Although they returned to just Korakuen to do that 25 years later.
Well, I mean, can't really go to the Ariake Coliseum anymore. So
they have something else there. Is there a new Ariake or?
Well, there's the what's it called again? The one that they ran January 2nd in 2024. It's the Aoyagi Arena.
Yeah. Okay. So just coming up, a couple of notes for Noah on November 29th. There's a Team Noah Judgment show, which I assume is the Limit Break continuation.
Yeah.
Which is weird to do without Go because he was the best part of those shows.
Yeah, it's also weird to keep like Team Noah alive without Go. It's just like, why?
And listen to this card we got, because it basically, you can tell that this is basically a continuation of Limit Break without Go because of some of the stupidity on the undercard. But I'll show you. Hajime Ohara versus Daiki Otashima. Three-way match. Atsushi Katoge versus Mikiya Sasaki versus Black Bensoray. Hiroki and Ryoma Tsukamoto versus Sugitaka Sato and Ryo Hoshino. So Tsukamoto getting a look from Noah. Interesting. Muhammad Yone, Gamarazu, who's a guy in a demon mask. I don't know who that is. And Kohei Kinoshita versus the Leave Mask, the Leave Mask Kai and the Leave Mask X. So
it's gonna be such dog shit.
And then what I assume is going to be the main event is Muhammad Yone, Atsushi Katoge, Hajime Ohara, and Hiroki. So you got a bunch of guys doing double versus Kazuyuki Fujita, Shuhei Taniguchi, Harutoki, and Yudo Kikuchi. And Paul, I think it's time to put Team Noah to bed.
Yeah, no.
And then smother it with a pillow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Like, there's no point anymore. Like, I when they formed, I was like, what is this? And then I actually, like, enjoyed them because everybody there worked hard. But, like, now with Go gone, like, what's even the point? Like, it's like, why do we need a faction made up of Muhammad Yone, Atsushi Katoge, Hiroki, and Hajime Ohara? That's just like that's literally one heavyweight in the entire like faction now.
Yeah.
What are you even doing here? Like, no, there's no point anymore. Put them out of their misery and just end this. Like, there's no point keeping this going without Go. Like, it made sense as this whole like, oh, Go can have like his own thing over here because he's unhappy with like the way we've been doing things. But like, he's gone now, so like, just make him normal shows.
And then on December 7th at Korakuen Hall, we've got the Kaito Kiyomiya 10th anniversary Mad Decade, and he's working triple duty here. So we've got Kaito Kiyomiya versus Hitoshi Kumano coming out of retirement, or maybe, and then we've got two debut matches. We've got Daiki Otashima versus Koyanagi Hayato, and Naoya Takahashi versus Hiroto Tsuruya. And then
which one was the one that is like 186? Like, I remember like looking at the like profile of the rookie, and yeah, like he is like
Tsuruya
186.
is the guy that everyone has circled because of his size.
Yeah,
we'll talk about them in a second. So we've got Kaito Kiyomiya, Harutoki, Alejandro Kai Fujimura versus Junta Miyawaki, Jack Morris, Naomichi Marufuji, and Andy Wu.
Gonna get Taz on commentary.
So that's and then of course the main event is the Iron Man match between Kaito Kiyomiya and Keno. And then on the 23rd is the only match announced is Sugiura at Korakuen is Sugiura versus Kenta, which honestly I'm looking forward to.
I mean, it might draw just based off of that.
Yeah, Sugiura 25th anniversary, and I expect it to be a good match.
Hopefully, I mean, if it depends if we just get like Takashi Sugiura or if we get like a Team 2000X match. So
yeah, I feel like that's too. Like, there's no way they'd do that. Oh, you never know. Yeah, but I feel like he would play his 25th anniversary match straight. But
Yeah. I mean, ideally you are, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 Noah rookies that everyone has circled, and obviously that are going to be the future of this company one way or another. So we start off with, sorry, I got machine translation wrong. It's Yuto Koyanagi, and he is 173 centimeters and 81 kilograms, so he's a junior, even in
Yeah. Even a Noah. I mean, it's borderline, but yes, because he's not that much smaller than like Nakajima, but yeah, I think he's going to be.
Yeah. He played baseball and Greco-Roman wrestling, but he was a teacher apparently.
I mean, he is a bit older than the others. So.
Yeah, he was born in 2000, so he's 25, and he'll be 26 in March 2026. But whatever, still.
I mean, that's still like. I mean, again, we just talked about Takashi Segura, who started when he was 30. So
yeah, and then we got Midori Takahashi. He's 182 centimeters and 82 kilograms, so he's going to be a heavyweight.
Yep.
He is a long time wrestling fan since he was 13. He was born in 2006, so he's only 19. He did fail he tried to, when Keno did it in 2023, held the auditions, he failed, but Keno was kept his eye and kept telling him. So it took him 3 tries to get accepted to Noah Dojo. And, he has a soccer background.
Yeah, probably has good cardio then.
Yeah. But the one that obviously has everyone's attention is Hiroto Tsuruya at 186 centimeters, 88 kilograms, which is fine. He'll fill out. And his father is a UFC fighter, and his older brother is a UFC fighter. His father was in MMA, and his older brother is in UFC. So that's
there's also the potential to bring that guy in later.
Yes, and he is only 19 as well. In fact, he just turned 19 because his birthday is on November 12th.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, these guys, like these 2 are like especially like super young.
So yeah, 2 young heavyweights like this, that's your future.
Oh, his brother just had his first loss.
Oh, okay.
So who knows how much longer that career can go? He can also go and come into the dojo.
Yes.
Oh no, actually, his brother is a junior. This guy got all of the tall genes. His brother is a junior. His brother is 170 centimeters and 57 kilograms.
Okay. But look, I would say that this is bright for Noah, and it's fascinating that Noah is actually starting to have after a long time, it's having an age rollover finally.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, like that promotion is like a lot longer. Like I'm actually like, if we factor these 3 in, I actually would like to like recalculate like what like the average age of the Noah roster is, because it used to be like absurdly high for a while.
Like go back even 2 years.
Yeah. Like that was like, I think at that time the average age was like nearly 40.
Yeah.
Because you just had like so many old people filling up the roster. But like now, I think we're like, it's probably more like in like the low 30s probably.
Yeah. So, Paul, we've got 3 matches announced for January 1st, obviously, and also Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf, plus the junior title and the heavyweight title. This is Budokan, and look, Ozawa, obviously, as I said, is a draw, but not as big a draw as you might think. And Inamura, well, he bombed in Sendai, but he did Orkin. What's going to be the extra spice or the double main event of this match or this show?
Oh, it's going to be some sort of tag involving Tanahashi and Nakamura.
You think that's actually going to happen?
I think they're going to do a tag match. Yeah.
I wonder where they're.
So like the problem is with that. That means that we just have to throw the show out completely in terms of like estimating drawing records, because that's obviously going to be what draws people.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if they're on the same team or they're on opposing sides.
Opposing sides. Like I don't think there's a point in like doing this like them. Like there is like, it's not like they're like have like a record of like being a team. And like for example, like Kaito has no match on the show. So you could do like Kaito and Tanahashi versus like Nakamura and like, I don't know.
Well, that's my next question. If it's Nakamura, is it going to be like Nakamura and
Alka?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Or is they going to send another WWE guy with him?
I hope not, unless it's like AJ.
Like Nakamura and Josh Briggs.
Oh God! Oh no!
You got to assume Marufuji's going to be on one of the sides in that match too.
Oh yeah, that's true, Marufuji. Yeah. So that's option.
There's like if you did it a 6-man, you get Marufuji and Kenta.
Yeah, but then Kaito isn't in there.
Well, no, okay, so wait. So you have Nakamura, Tanahashi, Kenta, Marufuji,
Yeah.
that's 4 guys. So 5, and then
Yeah.
Uka 6. I don't know,
Yeah, I mean you could do like Alka, Marufuji, and
Nakamura.
Nakamura, actually Alka, Kenta, and Nakamura makes sense, and then you have Marufuji, Kaito, and Tanahashi.
Yeah.
That's something you could do, yeah. Because again, it doesn't really matter like what the match even really is, like as long as you just have Nakamura and Tanahashi on like opposite sides. Like that's all you really need, because that's very clearly what people want, unless you're like, a specific American wrestling promoter, in which case you don't want that match.
Or maybe, what about the chances of like Tanahashi and Nakamura versus Hang Tang?
No. 0.
I'm just doing that to troll. But
I'm like, no, absolutely not. I already have my tickets for the show, but if that happens, like I'm I don't know. I'm gonna be somewhere else while that match is happening.
Yeah. So it's time to move on to All Japan, which we talked about before, and obviously some of the results here you can throw out because Paul got for some countouts, possibly.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. But we didn't have any countouts or DQs on these shows. So on November 16th at Korakuen Hall, we did 1,327 fans. And Paul, I thought that was a good opening number for a tournament that started on like a Wednesday or a Tuesday, especially given how All Japan has been doing lately, in all honesty.
And tournament, that's the other weird thing. If you just look like throughout at least like with the recent history, I know for sure I actually would have to look into it like prior to that a bit more.
They did 1383 for the opener last year.
But generally like the tournament opens always draw like shit, and so like it's actually good that they drew kind of solidly.
Yes,
that like if you look at it, like the Champion Carnival openers are always everybody always like starts to doom about All Japan. It's like, oh my god, they drew so badly for like the Champion Carnival openers. Well, they always do. They always draw badly for the Champion Carnival opener.
Well, look,
for some reason nobody wants to watch that.
Well, Paul, first of all, also this is the only tag team champion tournament in Japan with any percent.
Yes, that is true.
Like they have carried the torch. Even the tag leagues back in the day when it was like a G1 tag league, obviously not as big as the G1, but it still had more prestige than what has been the last like decade of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Like nobody takes the real world tag league off.
Yeah, exactly. So to start, we had the opening ceremony, of course, which is always great. I love that. And very smart booking here, because they just had to bleed into the first match because they started fighting, and it was Zion and Odyssey defeating Takashi and Kuroshio, Tokyo, Japan in 5:55 with a diving headbutt from Zion on Kuroshio. And Paul, that was just a perfect booking for a match between these two teams.
Yeah, like you really want to keep this short. Like you don't want to give them any time, really.
Yeah. And then we move on to Block A, Go Shiozaki and Shotaro Ashino versus Hokuto Omori and Kumarashi in 10:46 with the strong arm lariat from Shiozaki on Omori. Just perfectly solid. If anything, I thought maybe a little underwhelming because I thought they would have meshed well a little better, but it was fine.
I mean, it kind of set the tone a bit for like the rest of the tournament. Well, I mean, rest of the tournament. We've only had 2 shows so far, but
yeah, no.
Like this is kind of the like ceiling so far, unfortunately.
I don't know. Well, I thought this first show was actually pretty good, or better than I thought it was going to. And then just Jun Seto Musashi and Seki Yoshioka defeating Dan Tamura, Ryo Inoue, and Shota Kafuji in 8:26 when Jun Saito pinned Inoue with the Psycho Break. Sorry, it's a mouthful. Which is a little surprising because Kofuji's right there. It was just a short little match. Fine, it was fine. Then Ren Ayabe and Talos defeated Hideki Suzuki and Kengo Mishimo in 12:59 with the death roulette from Ayabe on Suzuki. So Hideki continues to be a good company man. I would say this was the 3rd best match of the show. I was like, is Hideki going to try here? And he tried a bit, which I think helped this match. Because, we know Hideki, right?
I mean, no, he likes the foreigners if he is not the one that brings them in.
Yeah. Yes. And this was good. I mean, it was good. And Talos just gets it, just as a presence, right? Like compared like Talos, like look, obviously like someone like almost is like taller than Talos by quite a bit, actually, like massive. But like Talos understands how to play Giant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he's really like figuring it out.
And
I think.
he's gotten some Japanese phrases in there too, right?
Yeah.
So he's really working hard to get over, and I
like it.
really have to applaud that, right?
Yeah. I have a comment as well for like his like backstage promo, like on the second show.
Okay, I didn't watch that actually, but okay. So the promos, the Real World Tag League Block B, Kento Miyahara and Davey Boy Smith defeated Ryoki Honda and Naoya Nomura in 14:39 with the shutdown suplex from Miyahara on Honda and Paul. I think this might have been my favorite match of the show.
I mean, it was better than I thought it was gonna be. But then again, I mean, it's really only Davey Boy that is dragging it down.
Good. Yeah, but Davey Boy just came in here and did big power moves, and that's fine.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I thought it was really good. I'm gonna be you know, probably like what this has got to be one of the 5 best Davey Boy Smith matches in Ultra.
I mean, this year for sure, yeah.
Yeah. So that was good, and like, look, I don't really have that big of a problem with the Davey Boy and Kento team because Kento can get the heat, and Davey Boy can just come in there and do big power moves, so it works on that level. Would I be more concerned if they were going to do a 25-minute final about Davey Boy bringing it down? But for like a match that goes
hopefully they aren't.
Good. Yes, hopefully they're not. Someone's got to pin Kento to set up a match at the end of the month or end of December. And then the main event, Atsuki Aoyagi and Rising Hayato defeated Yuma Aoyagi and Yuma Anzai in 26:03 with the Firebird splash from Atsuki on Yuma Aoyagi for the big upset. Paul, this was very good. I just thought it dragged in the middle for a 26-minute match, but the crowd was into this, and I would still probably put it the second best match of the show. And obviously, the result was a huge win. Do you think Yuma getting suspended takes away from this big moment?
I a little bit because it was I assume this was the Yumas weren't gonna lose that many matches throughout the tournament.
And also, the Aoyagi and Hayato might have more points than they wanted them to now.
Yeah. So but now the Yumas are just gonna be on the record with 0 points. So this is gonna stand out less.
Yes.
So it does take away from it a little bit. But I also felt like the result was a little bit obvious as well, at least in the lead up to it. Because Yuma literally said oh yeah, if I win the match, then I'm gonna kick Atsuki out of the family. So it's yeah, okay, Yuma, that's great that you want to add a few more stakes, but that makes it really obvious you're gonna get pinned by your brother. So, which is what happened. But yeah, I still like the match overall. Yeah, it's just now with a little bit of hindsight, it's a little less impressive. I want to say.
Given what has happened, though, I don't know how many points they had always had penciled in for Atsuki and Hayato. But it might only be 2 points now because everybody else has 2 extra points.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everybody else has 2 extra points. I mean, it actually doesn't. I actually, honestly, does it really change the booking? Right? Because these two were going to have these 2 points anyway.
Yeah, but...
that's unchanged.
The Yumas were going to beat a lot of people, I assume.
Yeah.
So they all have 2... all the teams that they were going to beat now have 2.
True. But, how many more were, Atsuki and... because these two weren't gonna make it to the final anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point. But so that was the first show, which I thought was a good opener, all things considered. So now we go to the Real World Tag League at Kira Messe Numazu, and I believe Yuma's accident occurred in Numazu.
So it had to have been after the show then.
Yeah. So I did not watch the non-tournament matches, of which there was only one. Oh, something about this car got moved around because the bus was late because of traffic.
Or a traffic accident from Yuma Aoyagi. Okay.
They said the bus was stuck in traffic.
Yeah, I mean, I also don't think Yuma would have gotten in the ring right after a traffic accident, even if he's mostly fine.
Yeah, for sure. So I did watch the opening match though on the undercard. Yuma Anzai defeated Shota Kafuji in 7-11 with a German suplex hold. And Paul, would you be shocked that this was a pretty good match for an opener like this?
Yes, no, I watched it as well. I was very happy with it as well. I think Kafuji is showing good progress as well. He did the whole young guy that is standing up. Well, veteran is probably the wrong word here, but he's the young guy that is standing up to the established wrestler and everything, and then ate shit for it as well. But yeah, I think, I mean, at this point, the chances of him coming out in a tracksuit in January have to be like close to 100, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close. Because he's in multi-mans where he doesn't even take the fall, and they're giving him singles matches against the regular roster, and
he's on every show.
He's on every show. Yeah, I don't think he's officially said he's gone. He's left Osaka Style. But that's. OSW.
Sorry, no, because I know, because it's like because it's just my mind. I know that's not the name of the promotion, but that's just on the forefront of my mind every single time I hear that abbreviation. Was like, oh yeah, right, that isn't actually the name.
And then the other undercard matches: Jun Seto, Ryuki Honda, and Musashi defeated Yuma, Aoyagi, Hideki Suzuki, and Ryo Inoue when they used the jackhammer on Inoue. So we go to the Real World Tag League. Ren Ayabe and Talos defeated Hokuto Omori and Kumarashi in 15:42 with a double choke slam. It's pin Omori, Ayabe pinning Omori. This went a little too long, and I thought maybe they could have did something with this, but I don't know. It was a little disappointing at the end. I thought.
Yeah, but went a little bit too long. But what I liked about it, like in the post-match promos, right? Like Talos was like, because he was like, right, because he used to be a member of Octagon. He basically told like, he told like,
this isn't over. I do remember. I did see it. He said,
exactly. He was like, I thought we were just gonna have a friendly match. And if that's how you want to play it, this isn't over. But like, okay, I kind of like that where he's like teasing that they're gonna do like, I don't know if that leads to anything, if this was just him cutting his own like angle or whatever. But like, I kind of like that kind of stuff.
Well, yes, but do we really need a Talos versus Hokuto Gun extended
feud? Well, if it's just, look, you know what you can do? It's like he just like beats them and then like pins them with like a foot, like all of them stacked on top of each other, and he puts like a foot on their chest and just beats them all. I think that would work.
Yeah. And then in A block, Go Shiozaki Shotaro Shino defeated Dan Tamura and Hikaru Sato in 10:44 with the strong arm lariat from Shiozaki on Sato, and I thought this was bland.
Yeah. You also had Bruiser Hideki before the match going around whipping people.
Yeah. So that was disappointing in terms of that. And then, oh God, Block B, Kento Miyahara and Davey Boy Smith Jr. defeated Takashi and Kuroshio Toga Japan 12:07 with a diving headbutt from Smith on Takashi. And well, what do you think? I mean, like, what do you?
It was shit.
Yeah,
that's what this was. This was like the opposite of like in the first night where like they kept the like Takashi and like Kuroshio match short. Like this was just way too long, and like almost like a reverse also of like the Kento and Davey Boy Smith match where it's like, well, I mean, like Davey Boy's in there with like 3 great wrestlers, so there's not that much he can screw up. Whereas this is like the reverse of like, it's like Kento's the only one that can like carry this match, and like he clearly didn't want to, so it was just absolute fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Like Kento was basically like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking take this night off.
And then in the main event, Zion and Odyssey defeated Atsuki Aoyagi and Rising Hayato in 14:45 with a diving headbutt from Zion on Hayato. And Paul, honestly, this might have been the best match of the show. It was either this or the Talos and Ayabe versus Omori and Kuma.
I mean, this was just a bad show.
Yeah.
Honestly, I might go with Ren Ayabe and Talos, actually, or Ren Ayabe and Talos over Octagon, honestly.
Atsuki and Hayato deserve credit for trying to get something out of the champs. I'll give them that.
Yeah. I mean, they did try. That's for sure. I can't fault them for that. But it's also just like, I don't know if you just, like, again, it felt like literally like the whole like wrestling a broom thing, essentially.
Paul, I have good news, though, because the next show, you know where the next show is?
Wait. It's in... Wait, Davey Boy said it. Shit. Is it in Okayama?
No, it's in...
Sendai?
It's in the Kumamoto City Food Exchange Hall.
Oh, Kumamoto. Oh, yeah. I was like, God, it was like, yeah. So, yeah, we're going to get like somebody's going to get a big slab of beef.
Someone is going to get yes. And honestly, the card looks much better because we've got, well, also on the undercard, we've got Yuko Miyamoto versus Shota Kafuji. Then we've got Hideki and Kengo versus Dan and Hikaru. We've got Go and Ishino versus Musashi and Seki Yoshioka, who finally have their first match. Paul, we are spared from Kuroshio Tokyo Japan and Takashi because they were to face the double Yumas.
That's
and then we've got Ryuki Honda and Naoya Nomura versus Atsuki and Hayato.
I mean, yeah, that hopefully should be good.
So that's pretty good. I am going to fast forward a bit because Paul, on the last night of Block in Nagoya, they had Kento and Davey versus the Yuma in Block B. They also had Zion and Odyssey versus Ryuki and Nomura, or Honda and Nomura. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the one that is
Honda and
just
Nomura
most...
through the end.
Yeah.
They might just have to put Honda and Nomura in through the end.
Unless they're gonna do some sort of like tie thing where then like they have to have like, you know, like a tiebreaker match or something.
Yeah, they could do that. But right now, I'm feeling like maybe Honda and Nomura versus Go and Ishino, or I would not be shocked if they also said, I would not be completely surprised if it was Talos Ayabe either.
Yeah, I mean, I could. That's the one where like you kind of save yourself like giving away like a money match, right? That you could do later.
Yeah.
So like I can't rule that one out. It's just
Yeah, it's sort of, I don't know. I just like, just to me, you don't want to send the champs into the final.
No, and especially not these champs.
You've already established them that they got some big wins.
Yeah.
They beat Go and Ishino, and they beat the double Yumas. They're established, right?
Yeah.
So you could have them lose on the last block night. So that's why it's just like it's got to be Nomura, and you don't want to send Davey Boy and Kento unless you're having like, I don't know, Honda or Ishino pin Kento in the final.
Yeah.
But would you have any of those guys at Yoyogi?
I mean, that's the other thing is like, do we know that they're really gonna do a match at Yoyogi?
No, I'm talking about Triple Crown.
Oh,
I don't think
sorry.
they do the tags. I think the tag titles are happening at Korakuen because they've happened at Korakuen the past couple of years, even with the
Fair,
right?
Yeah.
I
mean, you need to do some sort of Kento like Anzai match at some point if you want to set it up.
Look, it's harder to set up now.
Yeah.
Unless
because it was just really easy before. Yeah.
But the easiest way to do that is eliminate Kento and Davey Boy, and then before the finals, and then on the final show have Anzai pin Kento in a tag match.
Yeah.
But then the only
already done, yeah.
Finalists you have left in B block are Honda and Nomura.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I feel like the Yumas were like gonna win this. And this has just completely screwed that up, yeah.
Like the Yumas versus Go and Ishino would have been a great final.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I could still see Go and Ishino. Like, I feel like, yeah, I mean, from like A block, it's like it's gonna be like Go and Ishino that go through.
Yeah. But the thing is, we know that Nomura's leaving, so Go and Ishino win. But then you could have Talos and Ayabe win, right? Because they seem yeah. This is also why Nomura needs to stay.
I mean, as much as I as much as I've think Talos has been improving, like Talos and Ren Ayabe versus like Zion and Odyssey is like gonna be really, really, really bad. Just unwatchably so. Like I really don't want to watch that. Like I might just like straight up, if that is like, I don't know, like if that is actually like if that like main events the Korakuen on like the 3rd, for example, right? I'm not going to that show. Like straight up, because like then I'm just gonna, because there's like the Marigold show in like Ota Ward on that same day, and like that one starts at like 2:30 and the All Japan show starts at like 11:30. So like in theory maybe I could make it in time, but like at that point I'm like, well, I'm just not gonna go to All Japan, and I'm just gonna go like to Ota Ward and watch like Marigold instead.
Well, we shall see what happens. So, Paul, any final closing thoughts?
Should I go to Kumamoto just to like go to like the food hall, to the food store?
It's kind of up the way, you know.
No, it's not. I'm gonna be in Fukuoka. Like basically, one of my plans is actually I'm gonna be. Fukuoka? Yeah, no, not even just that. My plan is to like base myself out of Fukuoka for like 4 or 5 days, basically. So to like basically like go to like Hiroshima, Nagasaki, like, and then I was thinking like Kumamoto or like the one like south of it with the volcano, Kagoshima. Right. So like, and that's like my hotel is like close to Hakata Station as well. And with the Shinkansen, that's like under an hour to get to Kumamoto. So like, I think I'm gonna do that.
Get some fresh veggies.
Yeah, exactly.
Fried meat.
Maybe not in January, but
Yeah.
but get myself a big slab of beef that I don't know. I'm gonna prepare it somehow.
All right. So we'll be back in a couple, I don't know, in like 2 weeks. And we'll have a few things to talk about. Like the tournament will have happened, and then there'll be a few things in Noah, but not much. So we can don't have to rush back, but we do want to cover the real world tag league and everything like that. So and maybe we'll see some more fallout from the Fool affair, or whatever you want to call it. Foolgate or
Foolgate.
Foolgate, yeah.
Should we make that the episode title? Foolgate.
I was thinking like just call it the shoot fool or something, or something like that. But there's going to be a Yuma Aoyagi reference in whatever we decided to title this episode.
The real rockin' fooler.
The real fool or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we will see you in a couple weeks, and enjoy all the wrestling out there. Bye.
Hi, I'm Andrew Rich, and if you're like me, you look at the state of modern wrestling discourse and think, wow, what a cesspool. That's why I'm here to tell you about Music of the Mat Remix. That's right, your favorite wrestling music podcast is back with a new format, where I bring on a guest and we play songs related to wrestling-themed topics. It could be a wrestling reference, a wrestling concept, a wrestling pun, things of that nature. Now you might be saying, Andrew, that is a very, very tenuous connection to pro wrestling on a wrestling podcast network. Is this just an excuse to hang out with your friends and talk about music and ignore the rest of the wrestling landscape? Yes. Yes, it is. So listen to Music of the Mat Remix on the Voices of Wrestling Podcast Network, available on Apple, Spotify, or your podcast player of choice.
My name is Tyler Fornes, and I am one of the co-hosts of the Good, the Bad, and the Hungy AEW podcast here on the Voice of Wrestling Podcasting Network. We take a broad scope approach to the world of All Elite Wrestling and the entire universe of Tony Khan. We talk about the big matches, the big stars, the promos, the storylines, and we also look at it from a big picture perspective. How are things going to change over the course of the next 10 years with AEW still in the picture? How are companies like WWE going to adapt and adjust to AEW? Are they going to be a similar way like they did with WCW in the late 1990s? Will there be a counterpunch? We talk about all of that and more on The Good, the Bad, and the Hungy every week on the Voice of Wrestling Network.